for your presentation and joining us this evening. Next on the list, I have Mr. Dave Bjorkman. Mr. Bjorkman, if you're ready to present, please proceed, and we will start your time as soon as you do. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, committee. Again, everybody, my name's Dave Bjorkman. I've been in Alberta my whole life, fifth generation. My kids are sixth. I have embarked on a world tour since 2019. I've met the best constitutional experts in the entire world, including Canada's Richard Albert. Property rights constitutionally, which for us here in Alberta are represented from the 1867 Constitutional Act of Canada, consolidated 1982 with the Charter. All Albertans committee members, the biggest defining problem I hear everywhere, all over the world, and now right here from all of you, and why I wanted to be here today is that we do not have a constitution in Alberta. This committee, property rights, water rights, it goes beyond the rural, the resources, the companies, the city fences. It'll go all the way, if the committee hasn't heard it yet, it'll go into intellectual property. It will go into so many areas, even in finance, that are beyond even all of us. This is why we need a constitution. When you look at that section 92 from 1867, it told you develop provincial constitutions. To this day, and for the life of every single province and territory created, from then till now, not one premier has ever said, hey, you know what? Let's do what they did in the United States of America. And you know what, everybody? Everywhere else in the world where you find federal systems, they have regional constitutions. This committee, these MLAs, God bless you all and God bless Albertans, but you're not up to the task. We can bring in real experts. Property rights, water rights, these are huge. Look at any state in the United States of America. Every single state constitution is almost 70% enshrined in your property rights and your water rights. It's huge, not a small undertaking. We need to start getting with the times, getting with the world. I've heard you all, so many of you, the crown, the crown, the crown. Jason Kenney and UCP, you have an opportunity for once in Alberta's history. No more next government comes in, rip up the acts of before or amending it, changing it for corporate interest. You can stop all of this now. And property rights being the biggest, everybody. This is for all Albertans. Do what they did in the States. It's your right. Your right in the Constitutional Act of Canada. I can bring forward the best legal minds on my behalf for free for all of you. I mean, they're going to want a wage. It's millions of dollars, not tens. It's millions of dollars. Richard Albert, the greatest legal mind in Canada, is ready to go for Alberta. You can look, Section 5 of the 1867, still in power today. Provincial constitutions. Where are they, folks? I know you all hate it. I know you hate that, hey, my family's been on this land forever. Why is it every couple of years they change this, they change that? I'm getting slapped out this way. I'm getting slapped out that way. New government comes in, they change the goalposts. They move everything. Let's have rules of governance, how to govern, and accountability for once in our lives. Let's get with the 21st century. Let's lead the world forward. Let's start this today, and we can do that. This committee, you know you can't address all the issues. It's not possible. This can be done. It can be done right now. I don't want a dollar. It's free because I love my Alberta, and I do want to see it go forward, but it will never go forward as it is now. Even if this government does all the proposals, which are too many for property rights, way too many. It's not a small undertaking. It's not a committee thing. It's not of the Crown. The Crown can't function anymore today. We need real constitutionalism, folks. We need to address more than just property rights. Water rights, that's separate. We can go on and on into so many different avenues that are taking everything from many Albertans. And even if you do get something now, the next government will rip it apart. You know it's all true. They say constitutionalism is the soul of the nation or soul of the region in federalism with powers. We can do this, people. We can do it together.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bjorkman, for your presentation this evening. Really appreciate you talking on that topic. Next on our list, we have Miss, and please make sure you indicate to whom you are asking the question. And at this time, the first individual that has signaled me as the chair for a question is MLA Van Dyken. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. And I do have a question for Mr. Dave Bjorkman. With regards to the Constitution Act, 1867, he alluded to that provinces were encouraged to develop their own constitutions. And I'm just trying to seek out more information as to how he may interpret that as being beneficial for each province to have their own constitution, and how that would translate into essentially more security with regards to property rights within Alberta.
Thank you. Mr. Bjorkman, I see you're still online. Please proceed.
Well, everybody, here's the thing. Alberta is 100% ceded. We have the Treaty Indians. There's 49 of them. One group's working with Edmonton right now. I'm sure you guys will get that in the years to come. But we could take care of all of that and actually release almost all of the provincial crown land. Albertans, you don't have access to all of what is Alberta. We don't have water is life, which is important. You see this in the United States. Alberta does respect that. You guys have heard crown land. Some of our presenters here, I heard from Paul, he alluded to it. There was another speaker. We can go far beyond all this with constitutionalism. With the First Peoples, the treaty, the 49, we can get right into Arctic with Treaty 8. We can also deal with the Métis, which Alberta, to its credit, is the only province that dealt the Métis and has actually settled all the Métis. I don't know if Albertans know this. You have the most access in all of Canada, in the province of Alberta, to private property. This is long before the Conservatives, not that the Conservatives didn't know about it, it's just it was done with the Social Credit Party. We're highly settled. Constitutionalism could see that we get complete settlement, meaning unlocking all the land, among many, many other things. It's not just property rights. Property rights are huge. It's everything, everybody. There's a tremendous amount of wealth that is given to us from the 1867. When you go to Section 92, and I have the best constitutional experts in the world, Canada's #1. That's a fact, but I have them from everywhere in the world. So many from the United States, it's unbelievable. And I can bring them all forward and I can release that to UCP. No problem. No problem. I don't mind doing that. But you go to Section 92, Section 5 says provincial constitutions. You see Lieutenant Governor, the act of the Crown. Premier can influence Lieutenant Governor. They can work together. Lieutenant Governor stamps all acts and bills. We can go right through. And Premier Justin Trudeau or Prime Minister Justin Trudeau or whomever the Prime Minister is can't refuse you. They have to follow. The Supreme Court will back you up. It's there, black and white. I have the best experts in the world. And if people don't believe it, Richard Albert, you can't become a lawyer in Canada anywhere unless you pass his law portion of class right here in Canada. He's all over the world. He's the director of law for the state of Texas, which has a population almost that of which is Canada now. You go to Section 92, 13, which is what we're here today on, subsection 13, property and civil rights, which is of the province. Right below it, the administration of justice in the province, including constitution. And we don't have one. We never have. No premier wanted to give up that power. And I'm not here to slam Jason Kenney or Rachel Notley before him.
Is now
And we can
joining.
go on and on and on. Alberta, you have a chance here. All of you do. Everyone can be heard. Businesses, we can do conventions with all the First Peoples. Absolutely, all Canadians. I have it at 13 million. Richard originally said 10. He doesn't address Arctic. He doesn't address the First Peoples. I've taken care of that. I've continued on in much, much more detail. I even have the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I just was in talks with them a week ago. People could say it's not true. I just did Ukraine live, Russia, Ukraine on the Russian parliament. I even have Russian experts. There isn't anyone in Canada who has that, let alone the United States of America. I'm shaking ground, and I want to get that to all of you. My people right here in Alberta address all the issues, not just property rights, all of it. One cost, one time. This committee knows everything you could do in acts and bills, as I heard from Lindsay, and you're feeling the frustration, Lindsay. But guess what? The next government coming in that could replace can remove all of it. We all know that. Every Alberta knows that. Let's just stop it all now. Let's give everyone a voice. Let's get a real education from all the greatest legal minds in the world. With like a founding fathers, I would love to be a part of that. I wouldn't even charge the province of Alberta. This is ready to go. It can be in every community, in every reserve, everywhere, for everyone over the 18 in conventions for about $13 million. Every Albertan over the age of 18 for many months, just like this live stream we're doing now, and even in community halls where we can't get that internet access. We could have that set up there. 13 million for many months that would do not even just property rights, everybody, water rights, and every kind of issue, all acts and legislation privy to the province of Alberta, given to us by 1867. And there ain't nobody who could stop that. If a premier said, okay, I submit the crown doesn't work anymore, it's 2022, let's do this. Jason could do that. You
Mr.
MLAs could
Bjorkman?
come to-
Mr.
can do
Bjorkman,
it.
just, yeah, please just wrap up your answer there. I'll just allow you a couple seconds. Excellent. Well, thank you,
That's it.
Mr.
Thank
Bjorkman. Mr. Van Dyken, does that answer your questions? Do you have any follow-up to that?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's quite helpful, and look forward to possibly speaking with Mr. Bjorkman in the future.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Van Dyken.
Contact
And thank you, Mr. Bjorkman, for sticking around to answer questions. Next question I have is Ms. Fry. Ms. Fry, please go ahead.